post up with a rocket. No, you cannot stop it. Put your hands up to the sky. I'm a bro spitter. Shoot your main hitter. Won't fuck around with ya. Take you at the picture. Crapping niggas like a photo shoot. I ain't needing love. Pussy boy, I only want the loot. Pull up on you pistol. Taking what I want. Take your life, that's what you want. Give me everything you got. Bandito, hey. Fuck you up inside the trunk. Take your bitch in front of you. Run up in your mama house. Bandito, hey. Run up on me, no, I ain't afraid to shoot. Play with me, won't play with you. Extend those, I got semis too. Lose your life, you lose your cool. Run his pockets, bandito, bandito. Give me what I
studio with our special guest for today. Our homies. These folks family.
Yeah, basically. Not even guests at this point, but go ahead, introduce yourselves.
I am DC Rock.
King Juice.
Okay.
We are the afternoon track.
We are the Ghost Town Entertainment School.
We have officially took over Culture Talk.
Damn right.
Bringing the afternoon vibe to your
afternoon drive. Damn it, let us know.
I told DC I was going to say your line.
Goddamn, man.
Before, right.
So let the people know what y'all do.
Shit, I raw
Like,
niggas.
what we don't do.
I raw niggas. I don't know what this is.
Wow. That was King Juice.
Right,
Yeah,
and nobody else.
Nothing to do with it.
Nah, I own Love Your Life Entertainment, and I manage, right now, manage a producer, place of a producer. You know what I mean?
Fire as producer,
So,
shout out to Peso.
Fire as producer.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, other than being a radio personality, I'm a fashion designer and I curate events.
Y'all heard that? My dad said he curate.
Curate.
For sure.
No, he from the South.
For
With
sure.
an L. Okay, but
Hey,
before we get into our interview, though, we want y'all to step into the ladies' room real quick. We got a question from one of the bros.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he said he recently ran into a female that he used to talk to. They got to talking, and she apologized for her part in their fallout. She offered to take him out to dinner to make it up. He says, should he pay for the tab still?
Hell no.
Hell no. You apologize.
Hell no. What? I'm gonna pay
Even if he likes her.
I'm gonna pay for your apology? No.
I'm paying for you
You're
to
not,
apologize.
but she apologized already, though.
I don't give a
The
damn.
apology already happened.
You shouldn't offer to take me out.
No. You want to do more of an apology by taking me out.
Right.
If you said you just apologize and that's it, then I can make up my mind whether I want to still fuck with you or
But
not.
you're saying the fact that she said the dinner was to apologize.
Yeah.
I think that if he likes her,
Exactly.
he absolutely 100% still needs to pay for that dinner. He can go through the whole dinner making her think she paying for it until the check come at the end, and that would be just some smooth, like, nah, don't worry about it. You know, it's all good.
Hey, look,
I got you.
He could.
That's gonna make her
No,
smile. That's gonna make her
Exactly.
remember too.
Exactly.
The dude will respect her more if she just pay for it, and then
The dude will respect her
he
more.
can do something double that.
Hey, look.
He can do something double that if she actually pay for the dinner. He can do something double that
The next time.
the next time.
If she
Like,
if
I don't
that
know
check-
why the date.
If
had
that
to
check
be-
come out and she just look at it, I'm gonna walk out.
You're gonna be looking
Oh, yeah,
right back
she
at her.
definitely-
Yeah, looking right back at her.
You're going to be Odell Beckham and Diddy.
Yeah, like. What y'all talking about? I don't know which one.
I mean, okay, so what about this as a middle ground? What if he paid for some stuff and let her pay for the dinner? I just don't think
I
there's
feel like
any
that's too
way she should be leaving that dinner having paid for
Well,
everything.
yeah, well,
She
here's the
shouldn't have
thing.
said nothing about the dinner then.
Right.
What she talk about the dinner for?
And
You ain't gonna
here's the
pay for
thing.
it.
It's not a scenario she don't fuck up. She shouldn't have fucked up.
But he can,
Y'all
Not a scenario.
Y'all both
Not
probably
a
fucked up.
scenario.
he
Ain't no
can
probably.
still pay for the drinks, and
No.
then she can pay for the food.
No,
Why she can't
taking
just
me out.
pay for it and he decide if he gonna do something double? That decides if he really like her. If he do something double what she did, then he.
I think
Honestly-
it decided he really liked her if he paid for it.
Honestly,
No,
if
I said
I
not
left
too
this
far.
I feel
date,
like she a broke bitch and she don't pay for it.
I feel like if I
She
left this
broke
date
as
and he really
fuck.
let me just pay for everything, that would probably be the last time we do
The
anything
last
together.
time.
And guess what? That's fine, because you already fucked up. That's why you apologize to me anyway. You done
Right.
doubled
You
down.
already fucked up.
Hey, look, I'm cool with that. Bye. You go find a bitch that ain't fucking up and will pay for the shit when she apologizes.
That's not broke.
Well,
not if you're trying to date me.
Right, exactly.
If you're just trying to be friends, and I'm gonna keep you at the friend level because that's what we just did.
Okay. I don't want to date nobody goddamn who make me pay for an apology. I'm cool. Yeah.
He's like, you just know everything I needed to know about you.
Right. That's why women don't apologize right there, because y'all be doing too much.
Accountability be goddamn swinging and missing on y'all ass.
You ask for too much accountability.
Like I said, my grandma called me with an apology, and she say something about dinner after. I'm expecting her paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. She paid for that shit. I'm not paying for no apology. You paying for that shit.
It's not for me. And even if my daddy called me and I did that to my daddy still gonna pay for it.
Well, that's your daddy. You a daddy
So
girl.
what you mean? I mean, I'm just saying. You said you used the grandma excuse, so I'm using the daddy thing.
But you a daddy's girl.
Okay, so thank y'all. We just gonna have to agree to disagree.
We really are.
Yeah.
I ain't got no more to say about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Okay, so let's get in the interview. Where y'all from originally?
Shit. Southside.
The North. Gwinnett County.
So how did y'all meet?
You were born in Gwinnett County?
Yeah.
Really? Why this whole time I thought you was from DC?
Nah.
A lot of people probably think that too.
It's my initials. It's my initials.
But no, it's not though. What's the C?
Devontae.
We ain't gonna say
it. My middle name start with a C.
Cornelius.
I don't know.
That's not it.
I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
That was wild. Yeah. But how did y'all meet those? Y'all from different parts of the city?
Shit.
You know, the Southside tried to come over and take over the North once upon a time.
I don't remember that, but
between that era.
Yeah.
When the Southside tried to take over the North?
Nah, we playing.
I was
gonna say
we was at war really, goddamn. You know, shit during the battle, goddamn.
I mean, y'all did go through a war together, slick.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
no,
yeah,
we met. Damn, it's crazy how we met.
Do some whole ass nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Mic drop.
We both was managing artists at the same time, and they both was like in the same clique. And like me and him was cool with each other, but not to the extent. And then we both fell out with the artists that we managed around the same time. We both fell out with the artist that I managed and tried to blast me on social media. I'm not sure what.
No, he just a lame man. I ain't got no two ways about that shit. So
Juice just started showing up to the radio station more, and we just kind of clicked and got cool and been cool ever since.
When he first came out, tried to sell some shit. I ain't even asked for one. I just bought this shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just bought this shit.
that's love.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all started off supporting each other. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And supporting the grime. Very dope. And so we know, and just for people who don't know, y'all do have your radio show every Tuesday, Afternoon Trap, right here on Highly Unique Radio.
Yeah, right. 3-6. We put the numbers on the board for sure.
Okay, tell us about the show a little bit. Like, what's the goal? What are y'all doing?
We talk shit.
The goal is I'm sure that
part.
Goal reached.
Right. Nah, we pretty much the show, started off with, DC having a show and then things like that, and then most co-hosts and shit coming in. And then one day he was just like, shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk this shit or whatever. So me and him just started doing it. So pretty much what we do is we just talk about the shit that we just see on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? Or just kind of see like in the news or whatever. So like, but we don't directly talk about it because like, for the most part, because like, we not
it's not like gossip.
Yeah, it's not gossip
Yeah.
and shit. Like, we don't fuck with all that, you know what I'm saying, too heavy. But we'll take a scenario like, okay, so what if you was in this scenario?
Yeah.
What would you do? Or we try to make it like a real life type thing.
Okay, y'all also do interviews?
Yeah, we also interview big influencers out here in Atlanta. More than likely, they're gonna be in Atlanta because that's where the station is. So
we got some opportunity to talk to some.
Yeah, we had John the Don, DJ Club interview gonna come up tomorrow.
Right.
Y'all make sure y'all follow the YouTube page.
Yeah, I know y'all had a super dope interview with Irv Gotti. How was that?
Irv Gotti
and Ricky Woods.
That was dope. He gave us a dope interview. Talked about DMX, talked about Jay. Of course, he talked about Ja Rule.
I was gonna say, he did.
Yeah, and we didn't
talk about 50.
Oh,
we didn't
50
even bring
Cent
up
away.
50.
He didn't talk about 50.
He brought it up.
He brought it up.
I think he was anticipating for us to bring it up, so he was already had it in his head that he was just gonna say some shit.
But we never planned to actually talk about 50 at all.
Like,
we don't want the typical interview with anybody. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck like who it is. I'm not gonna sit there and ask you the same question that I've seen everybody else. Nobody wants to see a regurgitated shit over.
Yeah, I hate doing that. Like when an artist is on a rollout and they do all the runs and they have one on like Breakfast Club 97 and it's like the same interview over and over again.
One. Once you've seen one, you've seen the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter just doing things differently for sure. But I think some of the dopest things we've been able to do is like interview people that we see like go elevate up afterwards. You know? Like I always thought that was, you know what I'm saying, like some dope shit. You see somebody like, oh shit, damn, that motherfucker's goddamn lit. And like, we just had the ass on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of people don't know. Y'all put on, and this might have been a little bit before you came, Juice, but Highly Unique Radio put on I Am Fly Guy DC.
Yeah,
was the
Fly
first,
Guy DC.
He did radio here first.
Before I got there.
Yeah, Fly Guy DC. Shout out to Fly Guy. Because he's still keeping 100 for the most part.
Yeah, he did an interview
with Unique and on it. So shout out to Fly Guy. That was that. Yeah, I brought him to the table of Highly Unique when I was doing club promotions. And I just brought him to the table. It's like, yo, you want to do a radio show? He talked to me, shout out to Rich, and they made it happen, and then he went for 94.5 like after 8 months after being at Highly Unique. So that was dope.
So one thing that people don't know about DC is that he is a fire host.
Yeah.
Event host,
right.
Party host.
Damn right.
All of that.
All that shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay away from party hosting like that.
Really?
More like party nightclub hosting. I'm trying to stay away from.
But you're so dope at it. To
be honest, nightclub promotion and nightclub hosting, it ain't.
It's tiring.
It's tiring, and if you don't have a certain connect or name, you ain't making too much money in it.
Gotcha.
It's just a lot of dick riders just falling on to the person that's really making the real money in it.
That's true.
I was like, but I still do like real event hosting, like somebody doing like a fashion show or throwing a pop-up shop or throwing like a real event. That's more of my type of hosting I want to do. I ain't really
not on the night scene no more. Got you.
So y'all have both been heavy in the Atlanta nightlife scene for a while now. Talk to us about some of the changes that y'all have noticed over the years.
I mean, shit, just in the last few years, I'd say that it's not as spread out anymore. Used to be able to, you know what I'm saying, like East Side had their joints, North Side had their joints, West Side, South, everybody had their joints. It's like now shit, if it ain't in the city, it ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's like pretty much killed the outskirts for real. You know
but North Side has a couple spots that popped up that are like worth the drive, worth the time.
I think the North Side went up and then they went back down. Yeah. I don't think we have clubs no more like that. I mean, there's clubs that's open, of course, but not that's popping. You can go in there and chill out. It's nice in there, but it ain't popping. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like the city popping.
People on top of people. Yeah, that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that, and that's just what.
Because I think a lot of the North Side promoters felt like they make more money in the city, so they just like, we out.
I could see why. I mean, people don't really want to go to the North Side like that to party, not to party. Yeah, maybe to get some Mexican food, some other type of cultural thing, some Indian food. Yeah. But to party, not too much.
What are some things y'all hate to see in the club?
Shit, dusty foot women.
Lord.
Wow.
What is?
I think anybody would agree with that though.
What exactly dusty, like ashy?
Man, like you walk around, why you ain't got no shoes on show?
Oh no, we can't still be doing that in 2021.
Like you got on the goddamn sequence dress with fucking forces, like.
Okay, so the fashion, you gonna be the fashion police?
Nah, it ain't that.
I mean, it ain't fashion police. I feel that.
Like you childish, like be grown as fucking here. Why you got down looking like you just left a team party for? Come on, I ain't got time for that.
I hate to see 30 niggas in the club and there's only like 2 bitches in their section.
I hate to say 30 niggas.
I hate to see 30 niggas in this section. I
hate to see 30 niggas in the section sharing 2 bottles.
How do y'all respond if a woman asks you to buy her a drink at the club? Cool. Or is that something y'all do?
I'll buy one and drink, no problem. I'll offer it. If I want to talk to you, I'll offer it.
Okay.
Buy the drink.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Nah, Juice buy everybody drinks. When I first met him, he would buy, and I don't think I've ever had his girlfriend, but every time he saw me, he was just like, y'all want some drinks? And just buy everybody drinks.
That's when I was just goddamn doing English. I just show y'all what we drinking. We just get a bottle of that shit. I don't even know y'all niggas.
So our culture talk tip for today was about event planning.
Mm-hmm.
We know both of y'all have had your hands in on organizing events, hosting, of course. Mm-hmm. What are some of the biggest things you have learned from when you first started planning events until now? Like, what are some things that you maybe used to fuck up on that you don't have those issues anymore?
Shit, preparation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Preparation for sure. Like details.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize, you know what I'm saying, all the shit that go into something until you went to that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And then your first couple times doing it, how many times you can miss this, miss that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. Not having a backup plan or something left. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being overly prepared, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, counting your expenses, knowing what your profit is before you get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's your what you know is going to be a profit, and then what you can hope for if it goes up or beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you setting up something and you already operating at a loss and you hoping that you make more, you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta look at why am I doing this shit?
Mm-hmm.
True.
What purpose am I doing it for? Is this a setup for something else?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Am I going to build this shit? Am I willing to lose money while I do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that. It's definitely something that, you know what I'm saying, I learned. Like when I remember my first party together, I paid for, funded everything myself. It was just an empty club. I had to pay for every motherfucking thing myself.
Yeah.
Like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like make you count every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't count on somebody's security. That's your security.
Yeah.
You can't count on the bartenders and shit like that. You gotta make sure them motherfuckers straight. You gotta do all that shit. Get the DJ and that DJ, his time period, how long I'm having this party. Oh, bro, I can come, goddamn. But how long the party till 3? Shit, I can get down maybe do 10 to 12. You know what I mean?
Get there at 11.
Get there, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like all types of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And then you just looking at everything, and it could just always be, you know what I'm saying, always, you know what I'm saying, always be something. I think my first time doing that, I think, shit, first part I did, I only made like $800.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, made
that's something.
$800, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, especially when they doing like promotion and stuff like that, they walk out the way the club owners do business, you know, they walk out with owing the club owner. So the fact that you even made profit.
In those situations too, but at the end of the night, be like, damn,
that's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like having to pay out, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't even cover the bar minimum, you know what I'm saying? Shit went left that night. You don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think mostly I learned that everything ain't gonna go right.
Right.
Everything just not gonna go right, and you just gotta figure out what's most important, what can you control to make it go right. Like you can't control people showing up late.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing artist showcases or even fashion shows and stuff, you can't control if an artist or certain designer or model show up late. That's something that's just out of your control.
Yeah.
You gotta realize at that moment, you gotta realize there's something else going on. Well, just let the next designer go. That designer's supposed to went first. Tell that next designer, put them in place. Artists, same. You gotta switch them out. Switch out the times. Whatever you gotta do, or that artist can't go tonight, or whatever. That's something like little that you don't want to have to worry about. When you worry about too much while you current your own event, it's gonna be a headache, and you're gonna end up being like, fuck this shit. Right. You ain't gonna want to fuck with nobody. You ain't gonna want
everybody. Y'all niggas, bro, sucking up that L was hard as shit. Yeah. I remember when Members Only first opened. Was one of the first promoters in that motherfucker.
Okay.
They didn't have no sign.
Yeah.
No nothing. The address took you across the street. You know what I'm saying? It was the worst shit. And then if anybody been a Members Only, you just look at it, it's down in the alley, so you don't know it's there. And you just see apartment buildings. Had over 500 RSVPs for this party. Nobody showed up.
Wow.
Except for like 6 people, but they walked in, so
And walked out.
walked the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people.
Like-
like in Atlanta, if I go somewhere in the city and I can't find parking, I am very quick to leave immediately.
yeah,
like
yeah.
if I'm, I'm not.
Yeah. So
Tell us about like the craziest story or situation y'all had to deal with at one of y'all's events.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I ain't really ever had no, like, you know what I'm saying, no wild shit like that for real. You know
Ever?
what I'm saying? Not nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, had to stomp a nigga out in the parking lot one time.
Okay.
That was his fault.
That was his fault.
I think I remember that at Cloud9,
Yeah, that was his fault.
and y'all threw him out, like literally.
He was drunk or
For real?
something?
That
He
happened
was
at
just
Cloud9?
wild?
Yeah, I don't think he was there.
The
at the
owner,
time.
he
But he
wasn't there,
went
obviously.
to the back and instead of going to the bathroom, decided he just wanted to piss on the floor in the kitchen area.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, he just peed.
That guy.
Nah.
Oh, damn! I'm trying to think of a crazy. Yeah, ain't too much. I can't really think. I mean, other than like having debates and arguments with the owners and stuff, is ain't too much.
I never had to really experience no wild shit for real.
Yeah, I ain't really experienced nothing wild like that at my event.
I had some shit where motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, put niggas in a bad position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the DJ decided to have a birthday party and had us invite these special guests out and motherfuckers didn't even have the money to pay for the special guests to dance, and they was looking at us like, that's on y'all.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When we pay for people to come through, like as special guests, and they don't bring out the people that they supposed
That they
to bring,
said they was
like
gonna bring out.
they ain't do the other half of the agreement of bringing out as many people. Then that fuck up the owner. That fuck up our money because we already paid you,
Right.
or we gave you a deposit or whatever, and you didn't bring out. But you still want all your money. You still.
Kiss my ass.
You still want all your money. You still don't want to get the money back. And we've been in situations like that, but like fights or something crazy happened in our events. Thank God, nah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank God, nah.
Yeah,
I know
that's a
some
blessing.
motherfuckers who ain't nowhere been that little boy shit. But you know what I mean? We never had no shit. You know what I'm saying? No.
So as y'all have gained more success with each other, have y'all had people that try to like break y'all up like on some hating stuff, like intentionally?
Yeah. It's a nigga named Polo. They try to do that shit.
I was about to say his whole name, but I'm not. I know
Polo
who
the
y'all talking
cartel.
about.
Polo, the manager or whatever,
Tiger.
Big Rider or Tiger.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. You'll see him at Tiger if you go.
Mm-hmm.
You probably get shot if his face gonna get stuck if you ask him about us.
Yeah, for sure. He still get mad about that shit while he walking around with another nigga name on his chain.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah, basically, at the time we had a crew, we just called ourselves like the Fly Agency. Because we was doing fashion shows, we was doing club promotions, and we was doing whatever, and we just put it all under one bridge, and it was the Fly Agency. And as I actually brought a couple people to our big homie Todd to put. So I brought a couple people around. Todd was like, nah. And I brought Polo around. Todd was like, yeah, he cool people, did this and that. So a couple, 2 or 3 months smoothly kind of went, but you could tell he kind of wanted, cause me, Juice, and Todd was like the 3 main people. So, but you could tell Polo was trying to take Juice position. Throughout the whole time, you could tell Polo was trying to take Juice position. So
and at times I made it easy because I was, you know what I'm saying, there were times I would just say and do ignorant shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, accountability.
I had to. I mean, one time
only time I got mad at Juice, bro, he got us kicked up his mansion party. It was like a mansion power shoot. So we were just walking around the mansion, nice as shit. I guess we didn't even think about it, or we probably didn't think if the owners was there or not, because we knew the people that rented it out. So Juice was like, man, back in my heyday, I would have rocked this shit.
Oh, God. That's how how you know somebody is really who you are at the core.
No.
That was a test for you. He just waiting on you to
He was
say,
like,
like,
what
let's
you
go.
gonna
Right? You ain't said, say less.
Nah, that wasn't even the plan. I just said I was joking when I said this shit, but the owner overheard me
Yeah,
say
like
this
20
shit.
minutes later, I get a tap on my shoulders like, come over here. We think your friend said that he want to rob the place.
Damn.
We had probably
So
been
you
there
was
like,
loud with it too?
yeah, we had probably,
That's a horrible
we was in a
robbery.
room. I promise you, we was in the room, and we was the only ones in the room when I said this shit.
Yeah.
I did not pay attention to this white woman that was right here. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, I felt so sick. Well, I was like, damn.
And they told y'all to get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I apologize to these motherfuckers so many times like about that shit. I felt
That was the old me. This
Yeah.
is the new me.
Let me ask you a question as a manager to a producer.
Mhm.
Do you feel like producers get enough credit?
Hell no. Hell
Why?
no. I mean, shit, motherfuckers want to show them love and be, oh man, that beat was hard, this, that, and the third, but be slow and back end work. They don't cry on actual
Slow and
credits.
back end.
On when it's time to give out actual credits, man, you gotta
They
fight.
switch it.
You gotta fight for that shit. As a producer, like real shit, that kind of thing you kind of accept as out dealing with a producer is that your advance, that's why you take that advance up from like a motherfucker every time. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to want to buy the shit, whatever, stuff like that. Because that back end sometimes can be a bitch.
Why don't you give them a split sheet when
you can do that all day.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time for the shit to go down and actually pay the money out on the back end, it is not that easy to get that back end money out of these motherfucking people.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just one of the things, like, it's just one of the things you just kind of, that they teach you actually straight up top. Like, that's just one of the things, like, you just know. So, you just hope that people do good business on the back end. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. A lot of people do, but then there are some people that don't. You know what I'm saying?
What made you want to manage?
I mean, shit, I used to like want to be a rapper for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to rap all through like my teenage years and shit like that or whatever. And I think when I was about 20 years old, 21 years old, I was like, there's more longevity in the back scene. Cause I came to the mentality that, okay, if you're a rapper, you're only as popping as you is hot at the time. That's when your money peak is. That's when you're this, that, and the third. I was looking at niggas like Diddy and people like that who's in the background. Like I looked at the Diddy the most. You know what I'm saying? And try to kind of model my shit after this shit. That's why I got into party promoting in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've reached the ceiling managing an artist. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna party promote, do this shit. I can put niggas on this way. But anyway, so I was like, I'd rather do the back end shit. So I was trying to do everything I could to learn back end. I was like, that's the longevity for real. As a rapper, I'm only as hot as, you know what I'm saying, some people like my songs and shit.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the back end shit, I can be high, sit back in the cut, come back. As long as I got the next person with the next hit, fuck it, I'm still straight. I could do this shit for 40, 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Got you. So you saw it as a money move and as a business move to transition to managing.
How different is it managing a producer than an artist?
A producer versus an artist. A producer is very independent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, working, making their beats, this, that, and the third. Most you gotta do really is send out, you know what I'm saying, send out the beat packs, you know what I'm saying, make sure paperwork straight. You know what I'm saying, be their representative and stuff like that once they start getting overloaded. But for the most part, they have their connections, their this, their that they work. Artist is like having a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. It's like babysitting.
Yeah, like
that's why.
And that for me, during that, just doing that, and it was just always, just a lot of just babysitting. You know what I'm saying? Get being in the studio with this person. Oh well, I gotta go out my way to introduce you to everybody, and I gotta meet their manager, and then meet this person and that person, and going out your way to do a whole lot of extra shit while still hoping that the artist is working hard still on their shit because they might I don't feel like making music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, we're not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, booking artist performances. So boom. So I booked. I got. This is when Haven a couple years ago, it used to be like packed as fuck on like Saturday, right when they had just remodeled the shit. So I went in and I got down, set the motherfucking shit up, got the performance shit, made all the shit look good, cameras, everything, bottles popping, da-da-da, shouting out on the mic all night, da-da-da, this and the third. This motherfucker sat down the whole time. The whole time I was like, bruh, what the fuck?
Did he perform?
Yeah, eventually, like he stood up when he performed and then sat back down again.
Wow. He didn't do no.
So I'm sitting here like I'm trying to get all of the attention for you, but don't nobody know who you are. I'm trying to make shit look big, but you just sitting there like fuck it.
Yeah.
Another time I booked somebody and them motherfuckers got to the club and they laid on the couch. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Swear to God. It's like, you know what, man, I really don't have time for this shit. Or there are people who want to make hype music but don't want to go to the club at all.
True.
Nigga, you make music for people to jump up and down, but you don't want to go outside.
True.
All right, bro. Whatever.
Yeah. And then you don't even have to be a babysitter for their business life. You also have to be a babysitter for their personal life too.
Bro, you don't want to get in the studio because you get into it with your girl. Why? What did y'all arguing about?
Or your girl, right? Or your girl pop up.
Yeah.
Your baby mom, your girl, whatever, pop up, and now you in a session. Your artist in a session, and they in an important session with a producer.
Yeah.
And now you gotta handle that.
Yeah. Like, bro, I don't have time for y'all shit, bro.
Man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just be able, get to the point of, running the label. So that's somebody else's job. You know what I'm saying? I just be sure that putting the money in the right places and they do what they need to do. I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. Hell no.
Yeah, so that's it.
So DC, you got the fashion scene in your grips with this Trap-cessful.
The streetwear.
Shout out to Trap-cessful for sure. Because I've seen the growth over the years and the shit hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
Appreciate
so
it.
tell us about Trap-cessful.
Trap-cessful. I started it. Damn, when did I start Trap-cessful? Like 2016. 2016, but I started it. I just did some t-shirts. I had like a graphic designer make a cool logo, word logo that say Trap-cessful. I just wanted to see if people got excited about the name as I did when I first heard it.
Okay.
Because I heard it from my street peoples back on the north in Gwinnett. Shout out to them. But so I just made t-shirts, different colors and stuff. People was liking them. People bought stuff, and I had Streets 94.5 wearing it, and different local celebrities wearing it, and it became a big thing. But I didn't do my research on fashion and streetwear and stuff, so I didn't know what to do next after shirts. I know what to do hoodies maybe, but I didn't know what to do next, so I just stuck with just throwing events and doing party and just wearing the shirts out and about and stuff like that. But I had to realize that fashion and streetwear was a whole nother identity, another thing I had to network in. So I really didn't get my mind around it till like 2019 to really start connecting with fashion industry people and really taking it to the next level. Finding like out of country connects to make my clothes and just taking it to the next level. But for people that don't know, Trap-cessful means overcoming your struggle under any circumstances. Whether people that realize like everybody got a struggle. Like people in the hood have a struggle, but also people that's rich have a struggle.
More money, more problems.
So what advice would you have for an artist who wants to make merchandise a viable income stream for their brand?
I would say make sure that don't go to your local person that say they can make shirts in their house.
Okay.
If you wanna take it to that next level. I mean, people can make stuff in their house. I started that way, but if you want to take it to that next level and go, you could easily look up companies and stuff that really do, that really make shirts, that really screen print vinyl, whatever you're trying to do with your merch, you could find that on research. Or you could holler at me, and I'll send you to the right connect for a price. Though.
And you saying this for quality control.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta understand. People gotta understand it. When you take it to that next level, it's because a lot of these screen print companies, they're gonna tell you you gotta buy like 20 or more, or you gotta buy 50 or more, or 100 or more for us to even fuck with you. So it ain't no thing you could just go buy one shirt for your show and call it a day. You gotta really make it a thing if you want to do that. But I think it's a good investment for artists. That's one of the things I suggest to artists to go ahead and do that. Like, why not? Why not? Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, like Ashay said, we definitely have been watching your growth and success, and I definitely have a lot of respect for it because it's getting so oversaturated right now. Like, everybody just like is doing like the screen print or whatever, and just doing like the t-shirts and being like, I got a clothing line.
Yeah, that's another reason I had to find a different way of trying to connect that could like make stuff that I really want to make, that I really will wear out in the clubs and stuff like that. Is that like everybody is like making shirts and stuff. Everybody just making stuff that says anything on it, and, and they just put it out there. And I ain't trying to be one of those people. I'm trying to stand next to the New York fashion shows and the LA fashion shows and the real fashion shows. I'm trying to stand next to those people. Like Trap Cesspool is here too.
Yeah. Well, what made you like make the jump from like music and music management to fashion? Because I will say, I can't say, you were the first person or you started it, but I will say that you were the first person that I started noticing that was starting to have the music showcases and invite like fashion brands. And then, after you started doing them, I started seeing them a lot more, and now it's more of a thing. So I can't say that you personally started it, but so what made you make that leap though?
Yeah, I did start it. I started with the For the Culture events, and then I started with the network and chill events. But back then I didn't have a clothing brand when I first started doing events. I just thought it'd be dope. I just thought like, why? I'm surprised other people not doing this. Like, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Because I was like, there's different creatives other than just artists.
Right.
There's people that do photography.
Think outside the box. You asking too much for these fucking.
There's people that do photography. There's models. There's why not make it one event? And I just was like, shoot, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see why. And then I just kept doing it, and people kept fucking with it, and I just built connects off of that through everybody. Now I got artist connects. Now I got the fashion connects. Now I got photography connects. Now I just connected already. So it was kind of. I ain't gonna say it was easy to transition to the fashion networking world, but I knew how to talk to them once I got to meet them, once I got to the right places. Once I started going to different fashion shows, I knew kind of how to talk to them in ways that we could connect. Because I know a lot of dope photographers, videographers, so now like people that do these fashion shows and stuff, they be looking for that, and I give it to them, and it's a big help for them, and then it'd be a big help for me because now Trap Cesspool could be in their fashion shows, and now we working together on doing fashion things.
Right. Yeah, collabs. Okay, that's dope. So last question before we get up out of here. How do y'all keep up with y'all's mental health in this industry? Because I know it can get very overwhelming very quickly.
Shit, we still trying to figure that shit out.
How to keep
That's real.
Myself, for sure.
That's real.
Real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna cap, last 2 years been a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I used to be the most confident motherfucker in the world. You know what I mean? like dead ass, like, there's nothing nobody can ever tell me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to think I used to think I was invincible for real. Like, ain't nothing, shit, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I watched my grandma die, and then they brought her back, but, you know what I'm saying, that was due to hospital negligence. But then I was also with her through the time period through her passing, you know what I'm saying, being there. And then on the day that everything actually went left, I was the one who was watching it, and I was like chilling, you know what I'm saying, like cooling, and I didn't go check in on it. And I blamed myself for that for the longest. So I had that, I had grief, I had, let me see. Then after that, it was just because I watched her health deteriorate, then I started questioning my own health.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I started questioning my own health. I'm like, damn, at any point in time, I just felt like I could go. I had a whole panic attack about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And still at the same time, going to a studio session, you know what I'm saying? And because I had a panic attack, now my blood pressure is rising. Fucking speakers going off. If anybody's been in the studio session, the motherfucking monitors is going off loud as shit, fucking basses going off, and it's fucking with me. Like now, before I could just sit there and chill with it, now I feel it in my chest and it's something off. You know what I'm saying? And like it's triggering shit. I'm going to clubs, like, you know, and it's triggering shit where certain bass lines hit, and my body will literally twitch, like even my face and shit like that. But I gotta be there though. You know what I'm saying? And like, what I'm gonna tell somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be around the bass too loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do about this shit? You know what I mean? So when shit like that, and then dealing with attitudes and energy and fuck shit, and you know what I'm saying, and all this other shit like that, and especially in the industry that's designed to fuck you over more so than it is for you to win, and how long you gotta work here before you see any type of money from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is just like, bruh, when I tell you I'll air it on everything I love, if I honestly did not care about what, you know what I'm saying, would be left, you know what I'm saying, afterwards. Plenty of times I would have killed a few people. That's just straight up, like, that's no bullshit. My temple flared. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, it's time, you know what I'm saying, Dad said earlier this year, Dad had looking, thought about killing myself. I looked at my gun straight up. For the longest, like, Dad was like, you know what I'm saying, like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of losing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even straight up say that I know how to manage this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the best thing I can do really just enjoy the good shit and the happy shit, and try to look at all the good shit and happy shit that goes on and be, you know what I'm saying, and lean on that, and then lean on the shit that, you know, the positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always look at the negative shit. There's so much negative to be looked at. But when you X out negative shit, you know what I'm saying, it can free your mind from, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit. Because certain shit I think is actually put out here to fuck us up and put us in the box of negativity and the steroids and shit like that. Like these motherfucking ATL Scoop and ATL and censor pages, they don't have nothing good to say about the city. You let according to these pages, every car that crashes catches on fire. Minute you walk outside, you're getting robbed. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to a gas station. You can't go to your house. You can't do shit. Can't park nowhere. It's gonna get broken into. You can't do nothing.
I mean, as a woman, it's even worse. I called DC the other day, and I'm at the gas station at Walmart. A nigga almost hit me and got out the car. I'm with my son, and he cursed me out. He called me all kind of stupid bitch and ugly black hoe. And you almost hit me, first of all. But either way, like, I'm a woman, and I got my son with me. Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
because you got a bunch of motherfuckers, niggas out here running around here, and in my opinion, a lot of them bitch made. How I know this shit, because you look at these niggas in the eye, you can just tell, like, the niggas ain't really got no heart like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a shark can see a shark, like, see you niggas ain't swimming in the same waters. But what you do is that you got a bunch of people who, because they're on social media too much, this, that, and the third, they ready to just pop off whatever for their little moment and shit, and think that it's cool to rock right like this because they ain't been punching them out for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a bunch of puss ass shit that happens, and it's normalized now, and that is okay and that is cool. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let all them niggas know they some hoe ass niggas, because I just don't understand no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck y'all niggas.
One tip that I'll say though that I could give to you, hopefully you will receive it, but not for real, because I had to learn how to, like, calm down and communicate better. And one day I was like, okay, you're working on, like, speaking nicer to other people, but not speaking nicer to yourself. So that's one tip. Like, I always speak in my head, no matter if I don't believe it at the time. I'll speak confident. I'll be like, bitch, you the baddest bitch ever. Like,
for sure. I'm gonna start doing.
What about you, DC?
I'm still working on it. I think I've been moving so fast and doing so much as like since I was like 20 and older that it really haven't hit my head that some past shit that I went through still kind of fuck with my mental, and I really just never sat and thought about it. Like friends and stuff stealing from me, like close friends and stuff stealing from me. People that I look up to, like doing a lot of legal shit. Seeing one of my closest relatives like kill somebody, and then seeing them going back and getting shot as a young person. And I wasn't even in the hood. I don't really call like when they're living in the hood. Right. Shit happens in when that, but yeah. I ain't really sat down. I just like, at that time, I was just like, it's another, nobody really sat down and talked to me about it or nothing. So, but I think like a lot of like, especially from high school to like maybe 2021, a lot of my friends I had back then did a lot of wrongs to me, from stealing from my parents, from just doing fuck shit, trying to set me up, all type of shit. I think I came to the realization that's the reason I'm so quick to cut off people, and I don't even communicate that with I don't communicate while I'm cutting them off. I'm just not gonna talk to you again, and that just gonna be that. And I can't say that's the best way to go about things, because they might have a side that I don't know about, that I shouldn't have been so quick to cut them off or not even communicate that with them. And I think it's some stuff that I possibly got to talk to my mom and uncles about that would better help me understand where my mental is right now. But I'm just working on it. So I could be better for the family. I'm just still working on it and trying to figure it out while I'm still doing all this stuff. But I think that's where I'm at with it. I think it's at a good place though. I think it's at a decent place, but I'm sure that it could get better.
Yeah. Well, one tip I want to give to you from what you were saying, sometimes I told my daughter this too, sometimes it's not about like when you cut people off or whatever and don't say nothing, or it's not even about hearing their side. Sometimes it's about just getting how you feel out to that person. Like no matter how they receive it, like if it's bothering you, sometimes it's okay to it's good to just get that out, whether they respond to you or not, or whether they give you the response or not. It can just make us feel better to just get that, because you don't need to hold that. And another thing I just want to say to y'all, I just want black men to feel more comfortable with being vulnerable and expressing themselves. And I feel like that's a problem right now, and that's why everybody, like a lot of violence happens, because they feel like they can't show that they're soft. Like they feel like they gotta be hard, they gotta show that they're hard. You don't have to do that.
Certain environments don't allow that shit. I was raised in a very loving household. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I didn't see violence, I didn't see none of that shit. My family, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up with, they not like that at all. You feel me? I played video games, watched wrestling, did all that shit, you know what I'm saying, cartoons, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. I was that kid for the longest until I walked outside, probably 2nd, 3rd grade. Man, I got punched in the mouth, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that just kept happening, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Right now, I am 6'4", 210. At my heaviest in my life, before now, up until 18 years old, my heaviest I had been at that point was when I was weight training playing ball, and I was 175. You know what I'm saying? Now, take that, smaller, shorter, wearing glasses, in the beta club, video game nigga in the hood. But I'm a target. So guess I turned. I was in a space where I couldn't be. And that's why.
But it's still about, because if everybody else in the hood made it feel like it was okay. That's why the hood is like that, because everybody in the hood is taught that you can't be like that and you have to be like this way. But if it becomes more of a thing and more people are saying like, black men, you don't have to be this, and you could be vulnerable and you could be this. Like we was watching some show the other day, and it was a black kid, and he was crying. His dad whooped his ass. The dad was like a junkie or something, but he whooped his ass. He was like, "Stop crying. You let that boy beat your ass." Like, and that's like really like, and it's just real, but it's just like it's toxic. I think it's toxic.
I think it's gonna take like a generation thing.
And this generation
this generation. I think it's gonna get better from here.
Definitely, people are willing to set the example now, no matter what anybody got to say about it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like holding yourself to a standard. Like, okay, this might be y'all mentality, but it's not mine.
Yeah.
And continuing to show up as yourself.
I had to apologize to my little brother. I did him like that.
I think for the
Nigga,
longest,
stop all that fucking crying.
I think for the longest, probably till I was like 25, 26, that I just think nobody cared how I felt or what's going on. I think there's like life still got to go on. Like people still got their own problems. People got bigger problems. That's what's in my head. I'm like, people got bigger problems. Nobody care about whatever you talking about. That was just I was like, man, nobody ain't about to care. Let me just have this in my head.
Right.
Goddamn, I might move the fuck on. Like that is what it is for the moment. And until I start getting closer to my mom just telling her little stuff and her making me feel comfortable about telling her little stuff, and just people around me, my girl, my mom, at times my grandma, mostly women. I ain't gonna lie, mostly women. I still don't really feel comfortable around like too many men to like. Me and Juice had those talks. I ain't gonna lie, me and Juice had those talks, but he made me feel alright. We can have those talks and that'd be cool. But other than Juice, I can't really say that no men, like even my family, as much as I love my grandpa, I ain't really having no talks like that with him.
I tell DC a lot of shit. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't say nothing to nobody, you know what I mean? And I think that with a lot of shit when it comes to black men is that where we view our love comes from causes us to move in certain ways and how we do, and how we feel like if we do this or make this is how we receive, and this is we have to do. If we do this is how we receive love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. The harder I went outside when I was a teenager and just doing what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? The more, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers goddamn dapping me up, showing love, more I got girls, more everything, you know what I'm saying? So shit, I attached love to being a soldier. You know what I'm saying? The harder I soldiered, the more love I got. Then I got older, got into my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Then it was, shit, the more money I get, and the more I'm able to spend it, and, you know what I'm saying, put it out there, the more love I get in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so then love is attached to not, you know what I'm saying, real genuine shit is attached to what are you doing to earn the love of people, you know what I'm saying, versus knowing that just love by itself exists. So you start acting and moving in certain ways off of that shit. You know.
Yeah, because
I don't think that is only for men though, because that's for women too. Because women, when they have daddy issues and they don't get the love that they need from their dad, they go and look for that love in other places.
But I think for women, it's not tied to like productivity. A woman can still be loved whether she's producing, providing, or anything. I think more so what he was saying was like love is attached to what he can do for somebody and what he can provide in a certain moment. I feel like for women it's really not like that. And we had the ladies room question earlier too, where we said, you know, if he likes her, then he needs to pay for her food, or she's probably not going to talk to him again. I feel like women don't have those type of standards either, and I'm not saying it's right, but I do think that men have a different type of pressure when it comes to how they can receive love or when people will even choose to show them love.
No, I'm not downplaying that at all. I'm just saying that women do go through that too. Like, I can say that I went through that, and that's why I was pregnant. I got pregnant when I was 15 because my dad, he was always there. We lived in a Caucasian, it was a nice household. We lived in Gwinnett, whatever. We was middle class, but my dad was not like a loving person. He was not an affectionate person. So I looked for that other places, and I associated, and I definitely have felt time, and I think that like when we were younger, we may have talked about this. It's definitely been times where like we may have flirted with somebody and we say too much, and then when we get there, we kind of feel like pressured to do certain things because like, I don't know. So I think that kind of like ties into that too, like associated.
They're not gonna like me.
Yeah, like if I'm not a certain way. Because I was flirting with them and I made them feel like we was gonna have sex, so I can't like not have sex with them.
I feel like women still go through that, even
that's
in
what I'm saying. So
me.
I mean, I'm not me clearly, but I'm just saying like women go through that kind of stuff too.
I think that
it's just different.
And this is no slight to women at all. You know what I'm saying? When I say this, I think that when it comes to men knowing what we do, you know what I'm saying, our shit, you know what I'm saying, of course, and please, I don't want nothing confused with anything, because I know when, especially when it comes to sexual things, women, how left that can go very fast, so I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that whether it be, you know what I'm saying, the niggas out there in the streets who's going hard and that's what they receive their love, or the man who's working his ass off and goddamn he's stressed out and can't sleep and it's working, you know what I'm saying, do whatever like that, does whatever, is that our shit, you know what I'm saying, when what we do, it really, really, really shortens our lives by so many years, you see what I'm saying? Just from doing shit that we feel like is necessary in order to receive love from people, and if we don't do it, then we're not going to receive it. And even if we are doing it, it's still underappreciated. Still at that point, you know what I'm saying?
Like what Dave Chappelle said.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, let's be real. The nigga who's going out there putting putting food on the table, putting the shelter over, this, that, and the third. For Father's Day, that is the motherfucking least promoted. Nobody gives a damn. No lunch specials, no nothing. You don't see a bunch of people out at the restaurants with they daddy. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's motherfucker who got them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's taking years off his life to be sure. You know what I'm saying? That the family's straight. At the end of the moment that he takes a break or stop, he ain't worth a shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times you could ask a woman, like, if your man, you know what I'm saying, stopped working today, would you stay with him? A lot of time the answers be no. That nigga's literally killing himself. Literally killing himself to be sure that, you know what I'm saying, family is straight. But if he stops, then fuck you. This building catch on fire. Save the women and children. Fuck the niggas. Y'all be alright. Save yourself, nigga. This is what it is.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Shit happens, shit go left. We gotta front line this shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be sure y'all protected. My family protected. That's what we do. That's who we are. You know what I'm saying? This takes years off our lives. You feel me? And that type of pressure, you know what I'm saying? It's something that most people can't handle. Because the minute you talk about it, nigga, man up.
Yeah.
Man up.
Yeah, that's why I want to make it more of a norm to be able to talk about that and to make men feel like, you know, it's okay. Like, it's not, I'm not going to call you gay. I'm not going to say you lame. I'm not going to call you a bitch. Like, no, it's okay.
I think we all have a responsibility of trying to make it the norm now,
right.
And make it more okay for men to be vulnerable. I mean, we ask that every day on our show when we have special guests.
Yeah.
That'd be the last question. We always how's your mental health? Whether you're a man or woman, we always ask that. So I think it's very important. And
you'd be surprised how many men be shocked that they get asked that.
I really just known about mental health for these last probably year and a half, 2 years, to be honest. So I ain't even really think it was a thing, to be honest. I just was like, it is. I didn't think nobody cared like, especially for men, I didn't think nobody cared, and it never came across my mind. Nobody close around me told me, like, they going through mental health problems.
Yeah.
So I ain't really know what it, I ain't really know.
Because a man is loved more when he's silent. People love that, what's that, quiet strength? He's not complaining.
He never complains.
He never complains. He just fixes shit. That nigga hates his life. You know what I mean? Oh, this is rich, you know what I mean?
And that's why I think, yeah, that's why I say I think I gotta work on my communication. I think that's part of my mental too. I think I gotta work on, because my thing is either right or wrong, and if it's wrong, what's the solution?
Yeah.
And ain't no middle in that. And in some situation, it really is a middle in that.
That gray area exists.
That gray area do exist, but my thing be that it ain't no gray area, bro. If you feel some type of way,
we handle it. We gonna handle it.
There ain't no solution.
Hey,
So,
what my nigga Curtis Jackson said, we meet aggression with aggression. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. We gonna handle it exactly how the motherfucker shit gonna be.
Yeah.
Straight
All
up.
right. Well, one more question before we get up out of here. I know I said that was the last question, but it's the last question.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if you have experience, but DC, I know you have a little bit of experience. How was it like dealing, or give some tips on dealing with someone with mental health issues? As far as dating someone.
I think you gotta be. I think for one, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be willing to listen. Cause I come from a place that don't know about mental health. Before I knew my girl was going through mental health problems, I didn't really know. I didn't do no research. I didn't really know it was a thing, to be honest. So I think first you gotta be patient. You gotta be willing to listen. You gotta be willing to do some research on the mental health problems that person is going through. But I think patience and listening, I think all three of those things is the key to and you gotta try to tell that person that you understand, that you there for them, that and then if you have a problems with some things, because when you go through those things, it could affect you too. So you gotta be willing to, you gotta find a way to communicate that with them, or find a way to
Don't lose your own voice.
Don't lose your, you gotta find a way to communicate that with them, and I think it just gotta be some understanding going on both sides. On both sides, I think it gotta be some understanding, but I think patience, listening, and doing your research gonna be the key to keeping that relationship together for the most part.
Okay. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, anything that y'all have coming up.
So hold on, let me answer that real quick.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily deal with women who have mental health issues.
Yeah.
Most of the women I deal with are like very traumatized.
Mm-hmm. And they haven't dealt with it.
Yeah, have not dealt with it at all. You know what I'm saying?
So how you deal with that?
Pretty much, honestly, very similar ways that DC spoke. Literally having to listen, be patient, and then also educate yourself on what exactly it is that, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what mental abuse was. How you mentally abuse somebody? Like, just talking shit? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, walk away. What do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
it's real.
It's real, you know what I'm saying? Physical abuse, sexual assault, sexual abuse, you know what I'm saying? Dealt with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just being patient and not getting frustrated and just understanding, and you know what I'm saying? Because some shit it's hard sometimes, but the reality is that it's still, you know what I'm saying, part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, dealing with a woman that you like a lot, but she flinches every time you touch her because she's been sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just getting her to just be comfortable and know that this is not the place where this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that time to do that shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, I think, you know, and trauma does cause mental health problems. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? it's very similar. It's very similar things. You know what I'm saying? It's like really listen to what exactly it is that they dealt with. You know what happened. Sometimes you ain't gonna take sure they may tell you pieces of the story. Or that's why they gotta pay attention to details. And
Right. Yeah.
And catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All
Makes
that
sense.
sense.
Makes
Okay.
sense. All that happened now makes sense. That shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And then just understanding what it is that's going on. You know what I'm saying? See the points. Do what you can do to avoid it. But also try to do it without walking on eggshells at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you can't avoid everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody mentally abused this person and they were manipulative and and use screaming tactics and other stuff like that to beat them down. So now when it comes to their screaming, they don't want to talk because they think that now you're
They shut down.
They shut down. But it's something you have to talk about, but you can't. What the fuck? Gotta ease it out. Gotta find a way to do that so y'all can build a dialogue. Just certain shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So all of that, you know, it's just very similar ways of just, you know what I'm saying, being in with a significant other, dating somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, either has mental health problems or are very traumatized by certain shit.
Yeah. So when you deal with those women, do you ever like advise them to go to therapy? I know it's a very like touchy thing.
Yeah, I do. Some of them have been, and there's just certain shit that, you know what I mean, like therapy can't. There are certain things therapy can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like literally, you could talk to somebody all day about something, but if you've been sexually assaulted, especially more than once, and if you've been sexually assaulted by somebody you were dating, and then you get with that individual, like I can say, okay, let's go to I've been in therapy. Yeah, no,
I only say that to say because like there's a difference between somebody that is like dealing with trauma in that situation and they don't want to deal with that and they're in denial,
right.
And then a person that just, you know, they haven't dealt with it and it's like, you know, you should go to therapy. Like even if therapy is not solving it, it makes a difference to see that they're trying on their own too,
right.
And they're not just
for sure. I know, I definitely agree with that. I just try my best, you know what I'm saying, as my mom should put it, to love somebody through the situation. You know what I'm saying? To love them through the situation. You feel me? Like the best thing that I can do is love you through the situation and do what I can do to not even come across like in any shape or fashion that the same thing will happen to you and, you know what I'm saying, for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? So that's you know, I can offer them therapy, tell them go, this and the third, but that's the best that I could do.
Right.
Is to love them through the situation. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you. Anything that y'all have coming up.
You can follow me at DC Rock Trap. Trapsessful, TRAPCESSFUL. So go to trapsessful.com, shop, and it's a dope website. Go show people, share it, and all that good stuff.
Follow me at Luxury Life Juice on all platforms. LUXURYLIFE Juice. You know what I'm saying? And follow my company, Luxury Life Entertainment, on Instagram. No, I don't post much on there because if I do, you don't know that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm trying to doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some shit. But still follow the page. If I'm posting more, that means, you know what I'm saying, you can holler at me and tap in. And I do charge a consultant fee.
Let that be known.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. And it's my birthday week, goddamn.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm
happy
saying?
birthday!
God
Happy birthday! We definitely
yeah.
in the building. Culture Talk Live is definitely fucking with you.
Yeah, this shit we lit, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? My birthday, I'll turn 29 this Thursday, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just blessed and happy to motherfucking be here. You know what I'm saying? And to exude my realness onto the earth for another year.
Period.
There we go.
Okay. No, y'all better recognize who the fuck I am, goddamn. You know
what I said when I came in the house yesterday, niggas gonna respect me.
Yeah, niggas gonna respect me. Hey, look, And you don't know who the fuck I am. Goddamn. You gotta recognize who the fuck you talking to, nigga. I'm already a king. I'm just letting y'all know where my throne at, bitch.
Okay.
We appreciate y'all for stopping through.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
We'll
I
see y'all
appreciate y'all
next
real
week,
shit. Out to the
same
Culture
time.
Talk. We in this motherfucker.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week, bringing the afternoon vibes to your afternoon drive.
Oh my God. It's Jack Girl season.